A few thoughts now on tough times for Hillary Clinton, times that are likely to get a lot worse. Obama's FBI and Justice Department may say the case is closed against her, but that's a somewhat narrow view. The State Department has yet to release all of Clinton's schedule when she headed the department. It says it will do so before the election. Not later now than October 17th. We'll see how that deadline adjusts, if it does at all. There are convincing claims that Clinton ran the State Department like a racketeering enterprise for her family foundation. Supportive evidence to that effect is mounting. Also, we'll be hearing a lot more about Clinton's conduct in a lawsuit brought by Citizens United. Yes, that Citizens United. We owe Citizens United a great deal because they do have inquiring minds and are producing answers to questions that have avoided, well, even Congress for some time. Citizens United seeking emails among State Department officials, the Clinton Foundation, and a consulting firm, Teneo Consulting, which to say it has close ties to the Clintons is an understatement. The Obama administration has blocked release of 14,000 emails among those entities for 27 months. But these things have a way sometimes, I'm not saying they will, but a way sometimes of working out in favor of Americans' right to know, or at least surmise. The State Department has until the end of this month to release the remaining documents related to a Freedom of Information Act request by Judicial Watch, to whom we also owe a great deal. State Department officials being forced to, well, reveal far more than they wanted to by a federal judge, again, thanks to Judicial Watch. Also due at the end of this month, her response to 25 questions submitted by Judicial Watch to explain her creation and use of her personal email server. 25 questions that, of course, the national liberal media should be asking Clinton every day, but are more interested in asking softball questions like these.
No, really, and I'll come back talk to you more formally, but I wanted to welcome you on to the plane.
How was your Labor Day weekend?
It was good. It was really good.
Happy Labor Day.
What?
Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day. I know. It's exactly right.
Do you have a Labor Day message?
Oh, I do. You'll hear it. I definitely do.
The assembled media folks might have been simply surprised by Clinton coming to greet them on her new plane. Well, their new plane, too, now it seems. Perhaps they weren't prepared to ask the tough questions, and she wasn't, well, as we saw, prepared to answer any. The genuflecting press corps had another chance to quiz the Democratic nominee today in New York. Her first so-called real press conference in 278 days. I know you're getting excited, but let me kind of, well, ease you into a reality that's somewhat disappointing. There were only 7 questions over the course of several minutes. Nothing was asked about her emails. Nothing was asked about the Clinton Foundation. And there were no follow-up questions whatsoever. I'm not sure we can actually qualify this as a press conference, but the campaign insists. Congress, too, is still asking questions, as you heard from Jim Jordan. The House Oversight Committee trying to go after her for concealment, her cover-up and obstruction of justice charges for destroying evidence, i.e., over 30,000 emails, and somebody took a hammer to a number of her smartphones. There hasn't been a formal response from the Justice Department on this latest request. We don't know why. We have our suspicions, don't you? And more congressional hearings are also scheduled now. But as we've learned, don't hold your breath, but it is okay for all of us to hope for the sake of the Republic. Then there's the October surprise, the promised bombshell document dump by Julian Assange from WikiLeaks. Assange now telling Fox those documents could come any day now, which would make, of course, for a September surprise. The Clintons, as we've learned, however, over the years, absolutely hate surprises, almost as much as they lust for power.